My girlfriend is asking for my social security number, saying that she wants to run a background check. I denied, and she accused me of being insensitive and not caring about her safety. I don't trust her now. I, 27M, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 31F, for almost a year now. This evening, she sat me down and said she needed to have a serious conversation with me, then asked for my social security number. I said, absolutely not, why would you need that? She told me about her ex-boyfriend, who was basically living a double life. He had a bunch of criminal charges in his past that he never told her about, which eventually exposed her to some sketchy and dangerous behavior before she broke things off after he cheated. I said, okay, thank you for telling me that, but what does that have to do with my social security number? She explained that ever since then, she's had her friend, who works for the federal government, run background checks on people to make sure they're safe. Now that our relationship is progressing, she needs to know I'm a safe partner for her, so she wants my SSN to check my criminal history. For the record, I don't even have a parking ticket. I'm a nerd and a gym rat, all I do is work, go to school, play Dungeons and Dragons, come home, watch anime, rinse, and repeat. So I don't care about a background check, she won't find anything. But I'm not giving out my SSN. I don't feel comfortable providing that to her friend. When I said that, she got upset and said I don't understand what women go through and that it's about safety. I admitted she's right, I have no idea what women go through, but that doesn't mean I'm giving my SSN to a complete stranger. She argued that he isn't a stranger, he's one of her best friends and married to a close friend of hers. I said, honey, that's great, but I don't know him. I don't trust him because I don't know him. That's my information you're asking for. You can trust him with your personal information if you want, but no one I don't know is getting my SSN or critical details. It's just not happening. She then said that our relationship isn't going to progress unless I give him my SSN because she needs to know she's safe. She was also offended that I don't trust her taste in friends. At that point, I got up and told her I respect her concerns, but her past trauma doesn't give her the right to strong-arm me into giving out sensitive information to someone I don't know, just because he works for the federal government. I used to work for the federal government, so I can say from experience that not everyone working there is some wonderful person. I'm not assuming he's a monster or anything, but just working for the feds doesn't prove anything to me. She called me insensitive and hasn't spoken to me since. Personally, I feel like she was gaslighting me into giving her what she wants, but I'm not sure. Relevant comments. NTA sketchy AF. Is this relationship progress about moving in together or intimacy? It's kinda giving me long distance vibes along with scam. Trust your gut. Opie, yeah, it's about moving in together. She's talking about wanting to take the next step in our relationship, which I was cool with until this. Comment, a small part of you should be a bit offended that the girl you're considering moving in with doesn't trust you. Opie, oh, make no mistake, I'm absolutely offended because I haven't done anything. But I made it clear I'm not going along with this foolishness just because her ex-boyfriend was dangerous. If I'd done something to warrant being treated with suspicion, I could own it, but this is too far. Comment, NTA. As someone who did something similar to this for the government, this is absolutely a felony. Now that you know about it, you have to report it, or you're complicit. Drop the crazy girl and report the felon. Opie, I've had a lot of people tell me I need to report this, but I genuinely don't know how. I've never met the man, and as far as I'm aware, he lives in Pittsburgh with her friend. Update. After reading the comments I've been getting over the last few days, I decided to call her on New Year's Eve and give things one last chance. I'm the type of person who needs to know I did everything I could before walking away from a relationship. Some people said she has valid concerns, but she just went about them the wrong way, which made sense. I told her, I understand and respect your need to ensure your safety, but I'm not willing to potentially compromise my safety to make you feel safe by handing over my SSN to someone I don't know and don't trust. It's illegal for him to even use a federal database for personal reasons. So that's out, but what I will do is pay for a background check of your choosing, so long as it's a legitimate service, and give you the results. I will not be providing my social security number to anyone, but my address, date of birth, etc. are all fair game. She refused and said that she has chosen a background check, and that's having her friend do it because she knows she can trust him. So I said, if that's how you feel and you won't budge, then the issue here is trust, and I'm not willing to stay in a relationship with a woman who doesn't trust me because of some shit that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not paying for another man's sins, and I'm not giving you my SSN because your ex was a criminal. She started crying and asking why I couldn't understand that it's not about me, it's about her. I told her, you made it about me when you asked for my SSN. She got pissed and started accusing me of lying about caring about her safety, saying if I really cared, I'd have no problem doing this because I don't understand how vulnerable women are in society. I said, I was willing to work with you up to a reasonable point, but now you're just trying to manipulate me. I don't feel safe being with you anymore. If this is how you react when you don't get your way about having my SSN, what happens the next time we have a major disagreement or a serious situation? Are you going to keep crying to try to get your way or throw out another ultimatum to force me into doing what you want? She started saying that, as a man, I can't understand what it's like to go through life as a woman and have to be afraid, and that this is what she has to do for her safety and security, and I need to respect that and give her what she needs for her comfort. I replied, I tried to compromise, but you wouldn't accept it. There's nothing more to say here. And to be clear, I wasn't exactly calm. I have severe anxiety, so this was a really hard conversation for me to have. I was actively pacing around my house, sweating, and forcing words out the entire time. Then she started crying and asking about New Year's because we were supposed to spend it with her parents. I said, you should have thought about that before you tried to strong-arm me into getting your way. This isn't an everyone stood up and applauded moment, that's just how things went. I hung up, and now we're over. Obviously, I'm hurt, but I'm realizing I dodged a bullet because there's no reason shit should have gotten this messy. And before anyone tries to jump me in the comments, again, I offered to pay for the check. She refused because it wasn't the test she wanted. I feel like I made a good faith effort to resolve things. Hate to ring in the new year without a kiss under the mistletoe, but it is what it is. I don't know if she really is that concerned I'm some lunatic criminal or if she's trying to scam me, like a lot of you said. Either way, it's over now.